I am so excited, guys. This probably is the finale. The finale of Ghost Trick. Hello to everybody who is here. I hope you are having a wonderful Friday, a wonderful kickstart to the weekend. I had jury duty this morning. Yes, I had jury duty this morning. They started out with 41 cases. I was like, I'm going to be here all day. And then after like an hour and 10 minutes, all 41 cases had been resolved without the use of a jury. So they were like, go home, everybody. We were like, woohoo. Guess who has some Monash? I guess that's you. All right, guys, are you ready? Hopefully you can hear everything. I'm relying on you guys to tell me if you can't hear anything. Chapter 16. It's 4:19 a.m. We just found out that that body version of us is evil. So now we have to stop ourselves. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Hello? This is Jowd. Sissel, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We'll be waiting for you. Now I need to go wherever he was. Control room. Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. The other end of the phone line. I'm finally gonna find all my answers. I'd better go. Oh, buddy! It's like me at a buffet. I always fail to stop myself. A single telephone line connects me and the other Sissel, but that single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people. And I just reached the center of the web. Am I back in the submarine? I feel like my eyebrow looks strange today. Welcome to the Yanoa, Detective Jowd. Oh, it's that guy. My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jowd. I used your phone. Hope you don't mind.
Egad, never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate.
And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. A submarine, eh?
But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Yanoa was going to surface, confound it.
We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals. Oh, thanks. I put my streaming eyebrows on. The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. I have a little something for you. Cabanela has given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch.
Yes, Inspector Cabanela. I hear he's an excellent investigator.
By the way, where is that man in red? I know he's on this submarine somewhere.
Ah, Sissel, you mean?
Smack. Oh, hi. You.
You can relax. That's nothing but his shell.
His shell, eh?
His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely, right about now, he's controlling your daughter.
Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please let her go.
Bah! There's something our nation needs. Sissel has it. And that's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sissel has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip?
Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sissel has to offer, the source of his powers.
Ew. What? What in the world was that?
The Temsic fragment. It gives spirits special powers.
It gives spritz.
And now our deal with Sissel is concluded as far as we're concerned.
What are you talking about?
Tisk. What a mistake to make right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jowd. Farewell.
My phone is like... bzz, bzz, bzz. This tune is so crunchy. What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jowd? Where did he go? Yeah, exactly, Tara. I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I'd better find them in fast. Okay. What is that? So you're here, huh?
It's Missle!
Yes, I think even I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago?
I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog.
Well, with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better.
Anyway.
Thank you for the host, Cool Daddy Live.
Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla.
Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out?
I'm sorry to say I don't think it can.
What's danger smell like, Sissel? It smells like Holland. Missle is best boy. It's true. Why did I even bother to ask? But you do have the power to swap objects. So let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together.
You got it!
Missle is worst boy? Why would you say that? Missle is the best. The telephone is ringing.
Wow! It's Miss Camilla. I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me.
I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing.
You bet.
Well, that's really fast. What is that? Baseball? Basketball? Rock?
Hello, Miss Camilla. Hello. It's no use. This black hello just doesn't like me.
Just create a path for me, Missile. I'll come right over. Okay. That did no good, did it? I need to be this thing. What the heck? Get out of the way. Oh, shoot. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. Oh, hang on. 7 out of 10 voice, because you're not actually a dog. She's small, she got a little bit more. Small, but not dog. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Sissel, look. That black hello, it came off the hook.
Uh-oh, I'd better answer it fast. Yeah, I'm trying. How do I get freaking what's-his-face out of the way? There. Go, go, go. Okay.
Hello? Is anybody there?
It's her, the little lady. It's Sissel, where are you? Somebody please answer. I guess she can't hear my voice.
You too, huh? Oh, good. I thought she was ignoring me.
Somebody help me. Lynn's probably dead. In before Lynn is dead. Again.
Miss Lynn!
We'd better hurry.
Let's go, Sissel.
Go there. Lynn is totally dead. Because I've played this game enough now.
It's no use. Nobody's answering.
Yep, she dead. Look at her dead. She dead.
Miss Camilla and Miss Lynn. Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. Lord! Lynn, what use are you? Looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady.
Sissy, I knew you'd come. Miss Camilla. And Missle, too. I'm so glad to see you're all right. Well, I wouldn't say I'm all right exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice? That's right. Camilla has a core now, so that means she did hear Missile's voice before when he saved her that time. So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight? Thank you. Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy. My heart. Hey, Missile, could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Huh? But don't you need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you, Missile. Missile, the best boy. Thank you for the howl. Alright. I wonder what happened this time. I'd better talk to the little lady a little more, and then I'd better do something about the detective lady. Can I talk to you a minute? Yes, Sissy? Could you tell me what happened to you? Holland just bought a sound effect. Okay, you'll have to, tell me what you want and I'll make it. It probably won't be until after I'm back from Disney, but I'll make you a sound effect. You can tell me in chat or you can tell me privately. What happened after I last saw you at your old house? Oh, let's see. After that, I think I fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of an engine. So she was already in the submarine by then, eh? I thought to myself, I have to escape. The next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired, I couldn't move. And then... Camilla? I was so relieved. I don't remember what happened after that. She must have passed out, the poor thing. Yeah, I do relate. You've been through so much. You were very brave. I think Lynn's probably been through more than me. You've both been brave. Sorry, can't help right now, Sissel, but I think I'd better stay with Miss Camilla. Yeah, that's alright. I think so too. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay, thank you. Sissel? Yes? Could you say that again? I really like the sound of that. Yeah, maybe later. Oh boy. Alright. What'd you do this time? I want you to make an aw sound effect, like a cute aw. You want me to do it? You want, like, it to be my voice? Oh, Sissel, you're here. Lynn, what in the world happened here? I don't know. Huh? I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. Where's Detective Jowd? Is he alright? I don't know. Huh? The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left, it doesn't have to be your voice. It could be like a group all, like when a studio audience... Oh, okay, sounds good. Like scolding a child who acted up in school. What did you do now to a dead lady? After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanela fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jowd and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat, and then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine drove back down again. Detective Jowd and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. Huh? There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Oh boy, it sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself. Alright. I'm pretty sure this game could be renamed to Ghost Trick Save Lynn. Camilla, are you okay?
Exactly. Yo, Camilla?
Hello, Lynn. Or is it detective now? It's been 10 years since.
Oh, this makes sense. So the bad spirit that was in the Sissel body is now in the Camilla body. Lynn done did dead again, yes.
It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself.
Give Camilla back. She has nothing to do with any of this.
Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead. The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution. Well, knowing him, I have expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted, to be executed by his own daughter? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know. What in the world? An explosion? Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had? Look out!
And dead. Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand.
Of course not. You're not him.
She's right, I'm not him, am I? He was gonna shoot Detective Jowd as Camilla when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible. Anyway, let's bring you back to life again. You didn't have to add the again part.
Yes, we did.
Okay. So let's see, the cause of death this time was that mysterious explosion. You're pretty up for a dead woman. I think it's like the 4th. It's like the 5th time she's died in the game. But yeah, she's always trying to save people from getting crushed. At least she was heroic this time instead of just oopsie doopsie redhead be deadhead. You're pretty up for a dead woman. You know how detectives love a good mystery. It's like a shot of vitamins. And what do you mean for a dead woman? Anyway, I guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion.
Alright, let's do this thing.
Finding clues is like a dose of minerals to a detective. I'm afraid with my memory loss, I have no idea. Excuse me. I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are.
Are you okay?
You gonna let me do something, game? Alright, let's see. Okay, I can't touch anything yet. So I'm gonna wait. Already saw this. Turn that wheel, I can turn that handle. I don't know what these things do, so I'm gonna try them. Okay, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver. Somehow managed. Who's not to say that's not how I planned it? Come on, hurry, now's your chance to get on the phone. Might be Detective Jowd. She's right, I better check it out. Oh, okay. Oh, gosh. Hello? Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, come if you're coming. We're leaving. That'll be okay, right? There are restless ghosts on board? That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom. I'm just trying to stop the explosion. Right? Who's he calling restless ghosts? Well, it's true neither of us is really resting in peace. Anyway, it looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. I guess that means the fate of the sub has changed slightly? Okay. Good. Okay, good.
Sissel has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip? Oh, we already saw this. It's Detective Jowd! What's going on there? I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red's about to get his Timsic fragment taken away. Do I want that? I don't get it. What's happening? They decided to conclude the deal without the other party present. They're just going to go ahead and steal the Timsic fragment. That's cheating! I think we have more important things to think about right now. Where's the Timsic fragment going to go? I don't know what these switches do. Nothing's happening. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be in this room right now. Wait, what? Did I not hit ghost fast enough? Ah! Okay, this is one of those dumb timing things. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. I think I missed it, didn't I? Yeah, I think I missed it. Before Sissel discovers what he's lost and comes after me, the Yanoa will be his coffin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just lost what I needed to get. That's the cause of that giant explosion. What is? Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo. It's like, well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you? If that was for reals, I'd be very upset. Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes more readily to mind. It looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired. Yeah, I know, but I don't know how! We can't let it launch. But what can we do? Let's just get to the torpedo as fast as we can. There's nothing I can touch. I like legitimately can't touch anything. What am I supposed to do? There's nothing we can do from here. There goes the missile. That was really... I don't know how to get Missile over here. Yeah. That's the thing I need. Ghost. Trick. Ghost. Ghost. Am I not supposed to get whatever's on here? Has it just not happened yet, maybe? Dang it. Ugh! Maybe it just hasn't happened yet. Okay. You're mine at last. Okay.
The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned.
Yes, sir. Farewell, sir.
Now then, I'd better hurry along before Sissel discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The inner will be his coffin. May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sissel.
But I'm going with him, right? Because I'm in the Timsic capsule or whatever. So I don't really know how this is saving Lynn, but... Aha, so that's the cause of the giant explosion. What is? Okay, we've already heard this part. Well, where am I? Lower the lever. What? Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do, I hope. Here goes. Hi, little mouse. I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought. But was this really the best move?
I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too.
How in the world did it get in here? Do you know how how a torpedo works? No, I can't say I do. Wow, detectives sure know a lot.
I saw it explained once in a book. On impact, the fuse in the tip is depressed. That in turn sets off the detonator.
The detonator, huh? That must be the red button. So how do we stop it?
They didn't explain anything about that in the book.
Wow, detectives sure know a lot, or not. Okay. Okay, we'll stop that. Stop that. Get out of the way. If we clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving. How do we get him out of the way? I need the mouse to leave. They keep talking about Missile. How the flip am I supposed to get Missile here? There's no way to do that, friends. There's only like 3 things that I can click. Killed him. I can't. There's nothing to trick the thing. The thing that the rat's sitting on, there's no action to it. Dang. Is it gonna bring me all the way back to before the shoot off? Okay. See, look. There's nothing for me to do for this thing. Thanks. I feel like I have to get these things off balance. So I need to get both of these at the bottom, I think. I don't know how to do this fast enough because they only stay stuck for like a couple seconds. Okay, alright, okay. Got it. They had to both be at the top instead of both at the bottom. Got it. We clamped the safety device on. That should keep the torpedo from exploding, but there's just one problem. Problem? What's that? The torpedo's still going to impact. We can't do anything about that. Uh-oh. What was that noise? Looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine. But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. Sissel, we did it. We? You did nothing! What's the matter? You still look unhappy. We stopped the torpedo from blowing up, but we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine. You're right, I guess that's just what missiles do. They're unstoppable. Am I hearing things? I don't know whose voice that was. I used Missle's voice. I shouldn't have. Anyway, I guess we'd better get back to the present. You bought another sound effect? You want a dang it sound effect with my voice? Dang it. Just me going, dang it. Alright, remind me of these later when I get back from my trip. Guess we'd better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right, I'm worried about Camilla. Excuse me. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Dang it! Like that? Dang it! Uh-oh. Water seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. I've got to get them out of here. I'd better go meet up with Lynn. Okay. The lights went out, but the machine apparently still works. Well, yeah, Sissel, that's what I was trying to do. How do I get over there? Dang it. Okay. You tell him, Doria. I mean, he was like, let's do the thing we are already doing. Dang it. Like that. Lynn? Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla! Oh, Missle, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camilla. A third sound effect. Woo! I'm going to have a lot of sound effects to make when I get back. Maybe I should up the price on sound effects. Oh, thanks, Tara. What's your third? Poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? I just want some food and my bed. I just want some food and my bed. I just want some food and my bed.
We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Sissel should be along any second. I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too! Exclamation point bed. I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now.
Except your mom.
Ouch. Camilla! Miss Camilla!
And probably Lynn too, because she's probably gonna die again.
I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do!
Tori's life motto.
I think I'm going to cry. Or whimper, as the case may be. I better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here before it's too late.
Yeah, I'm in the stinking... He keeps telling me all of the things. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Sissel. He's here. Up you go.
How do I, like, surface a submarine?
I'm glad you're here, Sissel. Sorry for the wait. It looks like this room is going to fill up with water fast.
Yeah, we need to go. We better get out that door as quick as we can.
We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure's too great already. I can't open it.
What? What does water pressure mean?
Think of it as the force of water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here, so the only way out of here is up, huh? Exactly.
If this was Mythbusters, I'd just use golf balls, probably. Golf balls. For what? Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Jump, Lynn, jump. Jump, jump. The house is jumping. Jump, jump. The house is jumping. Look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow. Good idea. Let's try it.
Oh, and by the way,
Yes?
I can't swim.
Neither can Camilla. Oh, thank you. Don't you have any good... You could be even lazier and trick it down. Don't you have any good news for me?
Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please?
Okay, ma'am. Turn the handle. Lower the switch. Got it.
You did it, Sissel. Thanks.
Climb. She is so slow. Oh, that's okay, Tara. No worries.
Eek! What was that?
It looks like water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. Huh?
Sissel, the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something.
Oh, like the points of contact. That's true, Holland.
Hey, I know. You can fix it with your powers.
Okay, now that's just taking things too far. One time I did carry Holland's brother Corbin on my back for a few steps. No. Got it.
Oh, hey, great. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something?
That's a cruel question considering the circumstances. Now all we have to do is get to that door and we're safe. Eek! Oh my gosh, she just flung me. She just flung me. She just flung me across the room. Lynn is good for freaking nothing. Ugh. And she dropped Camilla. Now we're all gonna die. Cool, thanks. But you just killed Camilla, Lynn. How do you feel?
What happened now? Looks like the submarine... Graham, no. It looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. I can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. Come on now, as if the latter could be true. No, Graham, just no. Oh, we're gonna die. What now? The water sure is rising fast. Come on. I feel like I'm Lynn IRL. You've died 5 times and had to be brought back to life by a ghost man. You'll just have to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. I don't know. This is gonna be hard. Well, I think I see a familiar flame over there. Missle?
Sissel, there you are! How's it going?
How's it going? I'd say it was going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you?
Of course, after all. Just ask anybody who knows me how much I hate taking a bath.
Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies?
Of course!
Alright, here's we go. I don't think that's gonna do anything. I don't know if that's really good for anything. Don't actually know if I'm being helpful. I don't know. I legit don't know. Okay. Right now, I'm just trying to save them.
Hang in there, Miss Lynn.
Thanks, Missile. Trick. You're not telling Miss Lynn to leave. Could you just be quiet for a minute? Ugh. Three different sizes of fans. Okay. Alright, I gotta find another size of fan. Is that bigger?
Swap. 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 Back. I'm a big fan. Alright, come on, let's go. Oh wait, I have to trick that thing. Shoot! Shoot, I forgot. Ghost. Trick. Go! Go, 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 go! Faster! Go in there! You're stressing me out! Okay, I'm gonna have to swap some of these. Ouch! We have to. Alright. Ghost. You gotta get up there. Really? Really? I have to get them out of the way, which is a pain in the butt. Ugh. Okay. Turn. Going ghost. I just dropped Camilla on her skull. Missile swapper should fix my mistakes. Flow to the first pipe. Okay. Now. No. Swap? Go! I think the more relevant part is that he's dead, so he can't drink it. I'm very sweaty-handed right now. Alright, let's swap this one and this one. Yes. Go!
water oxalized. Look up there. If I can just make it to the door, we can escape. Now how in the world am I gonna get up there? Don't yell at me. If you want to yell, you can yell at me. Missle, how can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it? I think you just did. Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with. Yes, something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her ever so gently to the top with. Are you being sarcastic? It needs to be this. What? Oh, get out of the way. Move. Go. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, raise away. Oh my god, oh my gosh, gosh. Can't do it. Open it, hurry. It's no use. I can't budge it. It must be stuck. What? Ugh. This way. Oh. Eek! What is happening? Who just clawed their way through? Who was that? What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea, but I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. If Holland's eyes are closed, now is the time to open! Chapter 17, 5:10 a.m. Yes. The upended submarine continues to sink slowly but surely, a long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them, but at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? I see you managed to survive, Detective. Hey, you're... Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you? Sissel, look at you. What happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Sissel.
Sissel. My name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember really soon who you are and who I am too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth, or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind, a memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. They got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed and there's a hole in the hull and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had to deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temzik fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah, that meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. Those 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research, and I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects.
And in my case, swapping objects.
Exactly. Apparently there are individual differences in the powers we get, and it seems those powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. It is? How then? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite, its radiation. That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day 10 years ago, a fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart and I died. So of course I received special powers.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too?
You know, you might be right. Aren't the Temzik remnants still there in that park at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation too. Another effect the meteorite radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death. Replay the moment of death? Oh, this is all so strange and confusing, I can't take it all in.
It makes about as much sense to me as anything else.
Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death.
What?
My body's vital functions stopped 10 years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I simply existed, not really alive and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. I don't know why I'm yawning so much, I'm sorry. My hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with the scalpel. So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives? As part of the deal I made, those guys promised to cooperate. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order, but I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Huh? Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Temzik.
Hi, CJ. Detective Jowd was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanela and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well. So they stole my Timsic fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. You, Detective.
Me?
If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I would have never thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage.
Okay.
Ah, I feel you, Paige. But I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. Huh? 10 years later, and you'd become a detective looking into Jowd's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Man, this is so intricately weaved, this story. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off and the first shot missed the mark. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan anyway. Pardon me just a moment. Apologies, friends. My mother called me about a work question. And now I have to wipe my nose. Pardon me again. Okay. They had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that, but then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Aha, the inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back no matter what. Then that inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Timsik meteorite. Because you were looking into the Jowd case. They thought you would find out about Timsik sooner or later. Oh man. Be safe in the snow, but I hope you get to play in it too. That's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush this submarine. Oh no. There are no cores that link from here to the water's surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and there are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for the submarine to be my coffin, a coffin for the dead. There is no escape. I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years? You what? This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine, sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea? This must be how you felt all along. We're dying here, Lynn.
Lynn? Camilla, is it true we're stuck here?
What? Oh,
If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us.
Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry. That's funny. What is it, Sissel? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Timsik fragment and escape if that's what they wanted? Why'd they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That is a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute! Yes, we do. This will tell us where Detective Jowd is. That present from the inspector in white. Hey, James. How you doing? Good to see ya. You caught me at the end of a blind playthrough of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. That's right, Detective Jowd told me to hold on to it for him, and the bullet is still in this person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there?
We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers, right, Miss Lynn?
Right. Oh, and wait a minute. What about a torpedo? A torpedo? In any case, it's way too early to give up. Looks like Detective Jowd's our last hope. Come on, let's get started. Alright, now we have to figure this out. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, thank you, Paige. That was sweet. I'm doing alright. I had jury duty this morning. I anticipated being there the whole day. I was only there for like an hour and 10 minutes and got dismissed. It was great. Why is this machine shoving grapes at me? It looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed.
Oh, it sounds heavenly!
I think grapes are bad for dogs, so why would Missle know that? I know, right? Pog. I've been thinking about this a while now, but don't you think that country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who made a deal with said country. Anyway, it looks like the arm of this machine's a bit busted. Torpedo room. There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out. To get to jury duty? Oh, yikes.
Oh, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room.
Oh man, did that happen? Ugh. No, I got dismissed because so when I first got there, I'll tell the whole story real quick. Oh, yikes. I'm probably going to have to work Christmas, but it's double pay, so I won't mind too much. So basically what happened is I got there, and the judge was like, hey, everybody, thanks for being here. We have 41 cases today. And I was like, oh, no. Oh, no.
And then he was like, but a couple of these might settle real quick. Come to a resolution, before we get into the courtroom. So they're working on that right now. All 41 cases are here, scattered around town hall. I was like, okay. He's like, I'll be back to update you. And 15 minutes later, he came back and he was like, we're down to 22 unresolved cases. So I was like, okay, 22 doesn't sound as bad as 41. And then 15 more minutes later, he was like, we're down to 4. And then it was another 20-ish minutes, 30-ish minutes later, he came back and he was like, we only have 1 case left, so we may only be doing 1 case with the jury. And I was like, okay. And then 5 minutes later, he came back. He was like, just kidding. He just resolved it. Everybody go home. Bye. We don't need you at all. And I was like, oh, all right. Oh, you've had to do jury duty multiple times. Oh.
Oh, I get it. You're gonna use a missile to ram the control room.
Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective Jowd up, but something like that.
We'll climb up to the torpedo room too. Up is definitely safer.
Okay, I'll see you there then. Looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. You kind of want to do jury duty? Sure. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube.
When it comes to missiles, you can count on me.
I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. Okay. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now. Okay, let's try it. Good luck. Alright. I got it. I got you. We have to switch to Missile. Missile, what are you doing? I need you. Aw, boo. What happened to these 2 ladies? That might be interesting to do once. Yeah, that's true. I think it's up to us and our powers. What? This is no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength, Missile?
Me? Of course I will. Count on it.
Missile, the best boy. No. Will you please swap these? It would be fun to do something like a homicide or something like that, or arson. But if it's yeah, so I ran a stop sign and got a traffic ticket, and I don't want to pay that traffic ticket, and this is ridiculous kind of thing, I'd be like, can you please just pay your parking ticket and go? There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable. I'll set on this end too. But something's odd. What is? Command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking? I didn't know there'd be Space Princess. Oh, Maglob, I don't want to pay my ticket. It's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Right, okay, hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you. Okay, thanks. I was hoping for Tori to be Fred Fredberger. Who's Fred Fredberger? On a jury. Here we go! I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head toward the command room where Detective Jowd is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room. Like tax fraud. This music is intense. This game is intense. Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile?
I'm sorry, I can't go.
What?
I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it!
Missile.
I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Sissel.
I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. Okay. I want you to go, Missile.
What? But Miss Lynn?
Hi, Heartless.
You staying here won't change our fate, but if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope.
But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever again. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missle. Miss Camilla? I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. Miss Camilla!
Oh, my heart! That's a good boy, Missle.
Missle's the goodest boy. I love him.
Are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch. We're ready. Oh, dang. Exclamation point feels.
Aww.
Sissel? Yes? We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're gonna see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missle?
Jury duty was way better than expected. I got dismissed after an hour and 10 minutes because all 41 cases resolved before court. So, that's right. We promise, little lady.
Of course we will!
I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes then. Good luck, friend. Oh man, sweaty hands. Okay. 12 seconds. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light of hope reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Oh, it did it for me. Detective Jowd!
I bet that big masked man did this. I'm gonna bite him!
Oh, good for Kwai. After all this, Sissel should write poetry. Yeah. You'd better not. You might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking, so I wonder what this masked man's going to do.
Let's talk to Detective Jowd.
Hey, man. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How's Camilla, and what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine Unoa. So the submarine is badly damaged? Why? Did I say Jowdy? I meant Jowd. Oh yeah, totally understandable, Heartless Room. I'd be like, he needs to be put in jail forever and ever. Yeah. So the submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that on his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you Yomiel? Oh, okay. So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel? That's right. But those people on the Yonoa were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. Yeah, true, Heartless Room. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you, right, Detective Jowd? Right. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was
to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took Little in as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, O'Meal. 10 years ago. My soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. This is so well done. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right, sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea, an overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair, and I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? It was with the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life? Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot, and the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth? A new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name and identity in everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me, and finally I wanted to die surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. Completely man-made life. That's right, I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response, in the end, was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsic was all about. And you had no idea they were doing all this? None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temsic meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. Cabanela's my favorite. Missle and Cabanela. By Inspector Cabanela and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. No way! Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. Oh. I was like, dang! That park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite.
And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Timsic meteorite. So that's it, eh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jowd back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now?
But we promised! We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them!
And we can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Alright. So, where are we headed?
We are not headed anywhere, Detective.
What?
There's only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We'll run out soon and that will be our destination, Detective.
What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too. That's okay, Tara. By the way, I am not human, Detective.
Ew!
I am a remote control robot, Detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. We get that a lot, Detective. Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, Detective. Now it's time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. Grr! Camilla, forgive me. Thank you, Tara. It isn't over yet.
It isn't?
Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning this situation around. Okay. I already saw this part. It's like he bit his tongue permanently. Yeah. Huh?
What is it, Detective?
Look at Yomio's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment's gone. Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead? Figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they're afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsic. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away. Exactly, so what does that mean? I get it! Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So let's see, that means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death.
But wait a minute! Exactly when is that death?
That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move. Okay! I feel like this is getting a little convoluted, but it's fine. I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever, and then I saw it, the final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all of the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now.
Final chapter. I need water. Is this gonna stay there if I don't touch it? Okay. I need water. I'm gonna come. I'll be right back. This is why I recommended not to start it the last time you played it. True. I'll be right back. I need some water. Hydrate, don't dehydrate. Yep. Are you gonna go back in time 10 years and change the fate of the whole game, and then you'd never die, and then you'd never be able to go back in time and avert fate, and then you'd be in this endless cycle of time-space continuum? Probably. When was Yomiel's death? It was 10 years ago when the Temsik meteorite fell. We've traveled back through time, and now we're here at the scene of that death. Yep. The start of it all is about to replay itself. Am I still gonna know everybody, though?
It's ready.
I think that's little Lynn. Hold it! Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me?
Eek!
Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. Huh? Oh, a kitten. Sure, you might get hurt. Pow. Plot twist, Sissel's the cat. He died the same way both times, face first into the ground, butt straight up in the air. Are you okay? You're alright now. Are you hurt?
You saved me, mister?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective.
Aw, I hope you get warm and cozy, Paige.
So that's the Temsik meteorite, eh? It's beautiful looking at it from this angle. It changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Temsik from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jowd? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. You got Boo, right? Where's Keegan? Oh, CJ, ouch. If my fate is to die here, then I accept it. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future.
Okay, let's get started.
How are we gonna save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. When her sweet potato is almost ready, ha, she's not gonna budge from that spot. But you know, it makes me wonder, a little girl all alone in the park listening to music and roasting a sweet potato, what kind of childhood did this girl have?
Doesn't everybody have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break.
Anyway, if Lynn won't budge from that spot, then we'll just have to have the fragment move instead. Sweet potatoes cause all the problems, yeah. That looks a lot like that, doesn't it?
What are you doing? You're gonna hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears.
Where can I find a kid to throw this stuff at me? I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyway, at least her fate's changed, albeit ever so slightly. Okay. What the heck? Should I not have done that? Oh, timing. True, Graham. Yeah, I gotta start over. I know what to do, though. Oh. Can I not go over there? Shoot! This is on DS, yeah.
The potato and Mino. Right now, they both have the same shape.
So you're saying you could swap them, huh? Good idea, Missile.
Okay, here I go, and I'm gonna need your help.
My help? Oh, gosh. I don't know how to get him over there. Oh, gosh. Ugh. How do I get him over there? How do I get... I know, I'm trying to... I rocked this basket last time. It just rocks back and forth. I think I... Nope. Too late. I know I have to get down below the thing. Okay, I think I know what to do. I think I know what to do. Yeah. Okay, I'm Sissel right now. We put... Trick. Trick, ghost, ghost. Trick. Switch. Back. That was quite a sight to see. It looks like this park just got a new feature.
But neither one of them even glanced this way.
Guess that's not surprising, seeing as even a meteorite didn't distract them. It was a desperate situation, kill or be killed. And Yomiel is killed right after this by the meteorite. Well, now that the park has a new feature, can we use it to our advantage in any way? I don't know. I want to swap it with this, but I can't freaking reach. Ugh. I want to swap with one of these. Because Sissel can't touch anything except for... Nope, he can't touch anything. That's okay, Paige. Ugh. I can't go anywhere as Sissel. Oh my gosh. When did I mute that? When did that get muted? I don't know. How long has that been muted? I can't switch this with anything though. And Sissel can't reach it. So I still don't know how this is helpful in any way. Because I can't swap. I don't know what you're saying, Graham. Because I can't reach this to anything but this. I can't reach Mino to any of these things. None of the oval-shaped things reach anything else that's oval-shaped. So I have no idea. What? I tricked it, but it didn't do. I don't know if this is gonna do anything. I don't understand the Mina sweet potato thing, so I just tried something. Okay, so now just wait.
The fragment's course. It changed a little.
Now Yomiel's fate really should change. Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path? In its path. No! Ugh. Detective Jowd! The Timsic fragment shot through his leg. He ain't gonna die, though. He's fine. What? But the cruel twists of fate weren't over yet. Come on, put it down. Huh? Jowd, put the gun down now! If you don't, you're gonna shoot him! I don't know if it's his detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver. Put the gun down! No! I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own two hands. I won't let that happen! I know exactly what to switch it with. I know to swap it with that half of the potato. We have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as the bullet around here. Hit him with a potato. Oh! My gosh. We stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back may not have changed, but I'm still alive. What? I'm not dead, I'm just unconscious. So your fate of death has changed, but still, the fate is just too painful to watch in every scent. Change to a hard hat. Lord. I should have remembered this. I know. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. These people! Oh, my lord! Wake up, you gotta get out of there! My leg won't work. It's all over, we're out of time! Miss Lynn! It's not over yet. But there isn't anything else to swap with. Why don't we just let it play out and then try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse, and then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but her memory of it would remain like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen, not if I can help it.
But what can we do now? Even if we work together?
I think there might be something that can be done.
What is it? What can Sissel and I do?
Don't forget, I'm here too. With 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death.
Yomiel?
Sissel, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. I don't get it. Just trust me, let's go. Alright, I'll try to move there. Now gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all. And remember, you only have a split second. Got it. Now it's your turn, Missile.
What? Me? But what can I do?
I think you know the answer to that.
Okay, got it.
You can swap them. That hunk of concrete will go back to its original position.
But even if I swap them, it'll still be right above Miss Lynn.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them. It's no use. We can't stop that horrible Mino.
What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or 2 helped. Oh, it helped all right. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn? You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean... That's right. I'm gonna save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. And dead. Ye gods. Ah, you're awake.
Hey, mister, is your knee okay?
Huh? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt.
You saved me, mister?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could.
But... What's that?
This is a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave.
A detective's badge? Thanks!
Okay, you know what to do, little detective. Are you alive?
Yeah, sadly.
Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing?
You fell down and got a man killed. You're super brave.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It was as if somebody else was controlling me. I see. But you know, I'm glad it happened. Hey, Evie.
Hey, mister? I found this kitten. It was over there.
Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray.
It's kind of limp. Is it okay?
I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny, it doesn't look like it's injured or anything.
Poor little kitty.
How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Well, it looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sissel's. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my head.
That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years, you were my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend? Holland called it and I thought it was a big joke! I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Hold it. It was a big joke, but credit deserved still. Yeah. Somebody please look at me. Huh? Oh, a kitten. Somebody please reach a hand out to me. I had only just died at the time. I had lost everything, my life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. With no recollection of who I was, I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and then the man got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see, just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she had left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomiel." The man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Okay, let me make sure I have this straight. So, red suit man, Yomiel. He died. And his soul entered into the cat's body. The cat, with Yomiel's soul, I'm very confused. It went to live with Jowd, and Jowd named the cat Sissel, or Yomiel reincarnated. I'm very confused. He told me about it once, but I don't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man, and there was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects, but then after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened and I started to get a little twisted. So this is Yomiel talking. I wanted light. Distorted artificial light. I'm still confused. I feel like if I don't figure this out now, the rest is not going to make sense. So what he was saying was, the day in the park that Jowd shot him, his soul entered into the black cat. Jowd took the black cat home and named him Sissel. And then Yomiel's body got reincarnated. And he went to find the cat. How did Yomiel take the cat home if he was dead? How did Yomiel take the cat home if he was dead and had no body to take him home with? So then when Jowd just told... So that whole scene where Lynn picked up the cat and said the cat is unconscious, and Jowd said, I'll take it home to take care of it, that means nothing in the grand scheme of things. I should just, like, throw that piece of information away. Okay. Alright. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. Black cat. I was possessing Sissel then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend. Sissel was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Sissel there inside the bag was dead. What? I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything, or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Sissel inside that bag. Yes, that's when I lost my life, right there in the presence of Temsic radiation. And that's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. So then how did the body of the black cat get up and walk away? Now that I think about it, oh, that's because Yomiel possessed the body of Sissel. Okay, and then Sissel's soul was left wandering. Okay, I got you. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight. If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things from the living to the dead, but even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't. You mean, I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you're here 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. Okay. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate, and I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Yes, I believe you're right. So this was the last fate to be averted, eh? So, Yomiel, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yes, and I'm glad to. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born. Right, we should get back to our new present.
I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again.
So these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, eh? And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either, my most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Sissel? Yes? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It will be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yomiel? Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yomiel.
Sissel, are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't.
Don't worry, Missle. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then.
Sissel, I'll never forget you.
I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat. Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Jowd. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our own new present. Okay, alright. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Wait! Why? Before you go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. Ray! Before I cease to exist. Oh, it's you. Yes, it is I, Ray. In case you've forgotten again, thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you? Fair enough. I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. You changed the fates of many people tonight, the first of which was hers.
you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. I bet it is. I bet it is the rat. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left, and in the process, two little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw toward his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that! The powers of the dead! But how? He didn't really understand it himself, not yet anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Hey, wait a minute. That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in red in the deep, deep sea. What? And then he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. What? I am confused! I am confused. I'm confused! Boogie, woogie, woogie. He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. And that's the other version of the story this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh?
Old person Missle?
That's right. I'm Missle. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own, so you decided to wait those 10 years out. Exactly. And then at last, that fateful night rolled around again. By this time I had grown old and my powers were weak, so I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second, you were able to manipulate that desk lamp? Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching the man in red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do, like travel through the telephone lines, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power, especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we'd met before on that night the first time around. We what? We met before? From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life at that junkyard on the edge of town. I followed the ghost world paths to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. It made my first stand on it, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot on that night the first time around as well? You'd lost your memory that time too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. You did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared, away over the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time, I would use that desire of yours to a mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in finding was your own lost memory. Gotta love cats. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, to Yomiel. What? I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right, as you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have all been over. Then you mean that thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that? Completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist. And with them, so will I. Missle? I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so you did. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missle. So you waited and waited these 10 long years, all for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, eh? Of course, because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Sissel. Good boy, Missle. And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what had really happened in this town tonight. I made my way back to a new present. So what's our life look like now? Huh? How come it's dark? I'll just turn on the lights here. Run. Run away. If Lynn dies again, I swear, I'm done. Oh, gosh. Oh, phew.
Heh, were you surprised?
You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death.
Yippee, it works!
But it's not even my birthday today.
It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made this surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again.
That's all right, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Jowd.
Dad, you're home.
Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today.
Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective.
Huh? Is something wrong?
You have one of those badges too, right?
Oh, this? Yeah.
I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though.
How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day?
When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow.
Destiny, eh? And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me. Haha, that you will, that you will.
kitten. That's right, the very one.
You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten.
Still a kitten.
Yep, he never got any bigger or anything.
Wow, what a mysterious little fellow.
I know, right? His name is Sissel.
Sissel.
It seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. I think Sissel likes you, Lynn.
Probably to the bottom of a ravine. Yeah, immortal kitten. 9 lives, am I right?
Oh, she's alive!
She is alive! She's alive! Boogie woogie woogie.
All right, everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom. I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow, too.
I don't know.
And so we meet again, Sissel. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected, somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now this is my new fate. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their lives as they unfold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while.
Cabanela and Missle! The goodest boys, my faves! Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn.
Like I said, it isn't my birthday. Hey, Missle, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort.
But birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. That's why Sissel was unconscious? What do you mean? We did it! Oh, these guys, red, blue and green. Remember when little Lynn picked up Sissel and mentioned he was unconscious? Yeah, definitely not good. Maybe now I can be a great detective, just like Inspector Cabanela. What kind of example is the inspector providing for his men?
Here's your food, gentlemen.
Memory, what are you doing here?
I heard you were going to be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today.
Oh, I got you. That makes sense.
But you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals.
Hello, Nicole. Thank you for shouting out Nicole and everybody else today. La la la, I've never cooked this way before, so exotic, so exciting. Turmeric, coriander, cumin, and fenugreek curry chicken paradise, la la la.
Is this really necessary, this new curry chicken menu item? Hi, Riddy.
Oh, but our very best customer requested it. Now, good luck with the taste testing.
Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway?
This guy. Sausage head. are you guys doing today?
Are you sure we really need all these explosives?
Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said.
Oh yeah, I had jury duty today. That's why.
Wait a minute. 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams!
Oh, is that cash money? All right, Graham, bye. Thanks for being here. Streaming is such a business.
This is where you work, huh, Papa?
That's right, sweetheart.
Darling husband, don't you have any ideas at all you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories, the indiscretions of a minister, perhaps?
Now, must you talk that way in front of our darling angel?
Here's to the stodgy mind of my darling husband.
Is going quite well. Oh, I must say, these grapes are quite good, my man.
You don't know about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Before one, sir.
Egan! Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a case of the papers? I believe I nearly died of fright just now.
Masakazu Sugimori, you did well.
Puppies and pigeons, long live rock and roll.
I beat the game, yep. These are the credits. Thank you, thank you.
Stop the heart from charging admission. Protect the rights of those who live here.
What's next on my to play list? Some Christmassy themed things. And then I have lots of plans for the new year. Probably too many. 3. Holland bought 3. You know, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. And let me show you a new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomach ache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show that to me, say, next week? Got it. Oh man, this must have come out in a lot of languages there. Yay, Christmassy games. What is he doing? "10 long years, Yomiel. Your time's up today." The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside. That's true. That's true, Tara. Getting progress done. Thank you, Sissel. I assume that girl is Lynn? Or his fiance. His fiance. Probably his fiance. Yeah. Oh, that's the painting he painted of Sissel in the moonlight. No, I'm all done. I have a Christmas party to go to in a little bit, so I'm going to call it here after this is done. Aww. My favorites are definitely Missle and Cabanela. Oh yeah, Nicole, so that was the mystery. We turned out to be the kitty. Like the character we were playing as who had no memory of their former life, and we assumed that we were the man in the red suit. We learned later that we were actually the kitty. Yay! If I click continue, what happens? Does it bring me back to the last part? What's oops? Click continue. Just see what happens. Oh, chapter 1. No. Okay, so it brings you to the beginning of the game. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spoil for Riddy. My bad. Alright, well. Whoops. That's it, boys and girls. We did it. Thank you so much. Thank you to Tara for sending this game to me for my birthday. Sorry that it took me 10 months, basically, to do this. But that seems to be the course that I run most games that I play. So, let me turn this off. So tomorrow, I leave on my trip, and the next stream I will be streaming will be Saturday the 15th. Game to be determined, but it will be in the morning-ish, since I have to work that evening. Oh, that's fine. So, thank you guys for hanging out. I'll talk real quick about, some, Christmassy games I plan to do. So, I plan to do a game that I was gifted very kindly called Marvin's Mittens. I would also like to try Puzzle Agent. I would also like to try The Escapists, Santa's Sweatshop. I would also like to do some Animal Crossing, Wintry Fun. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing as far as Christmassy themes goes. I would also like to do a... oh, cool! I would also eventually like to do maybe a music stream where I just sit here and you guys request Christmas songs and I will try to play and sing them for you. I would also like to do on Christmas Eve, if I can make it happen, maybe read the Night Before Christmas to you guys. That's a tradition that we've always held in our family that we may not be able to uphold this year in the same capacity. So I would like to maybe pass along that tradition to you guys. So those are just some ideas. Starting in the new year, some games that I am interested in playing, but please do not hold me to any sort of timeline on these. I've obviously would love to play some more Pokemon. I'm still continuing the Nuzlocke with Terror, but I'd also maybe like to pull out Pokemon Coliseum because I haven't played that game in years and I'd love to. I'd love to try Undertale. Never played that game. Have rave reviews. The Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario, next Paper Mario game in the series. My favorite Paper Mario game in the series. I still have 2 more Hamtaro games to pull out. Maybe Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. I have lots of things on the list. Lots of things. So we'll get to all of that. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I will see you in a week and a day. Take care of yourselves. Until I see you again, much love from me to you. Oh, yes, obviously. Twilight Princess for Best Wednesday, as well as Nancy Drew replays and book streams will all be all up in there. So, yes, lots going on. Enjoy the rest of your night. Much love from me to you. I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.